I want to wish each of you a very happy new year. My hope for you is that 2018 will be a year filled with great hope and joyous moments. Well, as I promised, I'm attempting my first flipped meeting as my LTL challenge. I hope you find it as exciting and informational as our face-to-face meetings. Before I go any further, I want to give a huge thank you to Lisa Forster for taking time out of her busy schedule to show me how to put this screencast together. I also want to thank Chris Perry, who helped me over the break to get things up and running the way that they needed to on my computer. Another shout out to Jim Britton for covering my lunch bunch in my absence, and for Derek and Jerem's support in my being gone this week to support my son at the ESPN All-American Blue-Gray game tomorrow night in Tampa Bay, Florida. So, with a new year comes a time for reflection and committing to new resolutions. A recent study reveals that success rate for actually succeeding at lofty New Year's resolution is only about 8%. As I was taking a walk along the beach this week, I decided that rather than making a lofty resolution, I would commit to doing one thing a day to become a better person. Just a little extra to move from ordinary to extraordinary, our theme this year. Perhaps smile more, find a student doing something right and acknowledge it, or maybe even send my family members a kind text message in the morning. It's all about embracing the opportunity we all have to continually improve. One way professionally that our administrative team improves is through the honest feedback that you all provide to us through surveys, meetings, and rounding. We are grateful for your willingness to help us become better at supporting you. Today's flip meeting will focus on our people pillar of our building score report card. We use the employee engagement survey as one measure to gauge our effectiveness as servant leaders to you. This year, we set a goal to increase our overall average from a 4.10 to a 4.15 on a 5-point scale. Based on the feedback from the end of the year employee engagement survey administered last spring, we set these 4 actions this year to grow in the areas that you indicated we had room to improve on. We use spotlight colors to indicate our progress on each of the actions at this point in the year. Our first action was that administrators would seek clarity on what type of feedback staff would find valuable. We administered this survey in November, and we thank everybody that provided us the feedback that we needed in order to help you get the feedback that you're asking for. Our second action was that administrators would track and provide feedback from rounding to employees on stoplight reports following rounding. Each month, at the end of each staff bulletin, we provide a stoplight report based on the feedback that we're receiving on a daily basis, either in meetings or during our rounding meetings, or simply just conversations that we're having with staff. Administrators will provide an incentive for 100% participation on the employee engagement survey. The survey will be administered this spring, and we hope that 100% of you will participate in that engagement survey, as again, it continues to help us help you. Our fourth action is coded red. Administrators will provide staff the option to receive instructional feedback utilizing the Danielson walkthrough checklist that was developed. We continue as an administrative team to develop and think about how we can best use this tool to support you as a staff. We also sent out a mid-year sampling survey to gauge how things seem to be going this year. Thank you to the 78 of you that responded and gave us feedback. So, what we learned was, you guys suck. Nah, that's not true. Common themes that we actually were able to pull from that recent survey is that folks are feeling like they need more time and they need more feedback. This was not at all surprising to us as an administrative team. As we go through the results of the 6-year sampling questions, you will see that approximately 3/4 of the staff on each question responded favorably. However, we clearly recognize that we have room to improve in each of these areas over the course of the next several months. The first question, my principal supervisor provides feedback on my strengths as an employee. You can see that through the color coding, we had staff that either strongly disagreed or strongly agreed and everything in between. And you can see the percentages as we move along in the pie graph provided. My principal supervisor consults me on the decisions that affect my job. My principal supervisor provides feedback concerning areas for improving my performance. My principal supervisor provides me with good processes and resources to do my job. My principal supervisor provides me with the support needed to accomplish my work objectives. The superintendent manages district finances effectively. Based on this feedback, we would like to share our focused actions that we feel will help you to gain some valuable time back and receive the desired professional feedback that you have shared that you need and appreciate to continue to grow as a strong and effective educator. Our first action, we will flip meetings as often as possible to give back some time each month to each of you. I still think that it's important for us to come together as a whole staff for staff meetings and would like to continue with those on the first Friday of each month, as I think it's important that we come together. However, our grade level meetings, I will continue to look to flip those so that it gives you that extra hour each month to prep or to collaborate with your colleagues. We will designate the remaining professional development time to staff directed activity. We have upcoming professional development days and we also have upcoming early release days. Please know that we front loaded our professional development opportunities this year so that the remainder of the year you would have an opportunity to collaborate with your colleagues on that work and to continue to grow as a professional in those areas by directing your own time. We will continue to round with staff an action plan around the feedback through stoplight reports. Again, this is a practice that we do once a month and we will continue to do so as we find that that information is very valuable in helping us to know how we can better support you. Designate time as a team to get to classrooms and give immediate observation feedback. We will schedule our visits and we will do our best to get out to classrooms so that we can provide the immediate feedback to those of you that are on a summary year so that you can continue to grow in your classroom practices. And finally, we will continue to acknowledge staff's extraordinary contributions through multiple venues. We continue to just be in awe at the amazing work that you do for our kids and for each other in this building. And we will continue to acknowledge that extraordinary work that you're doing with shout outs, with slips, and with face-to-face conversations. Please know how much we appreciate the opportunity that we have to share our days with you here at Chippewa Falls Middle School. We truly do see your feedback as a gift, and we will continue to strive to support you in your professional and personal lives. Our administrative team will commit to bringing optimism and a growth mindset to work each day. What will you commit to? Well, folks, I will see you on Monday. I hope that you enjoyed this flip staff meeting that is about 10 minutes long. giving you an extra 20 minutes on this wonderful Friday. Make it a great day and have a wonderful weekend.